Shout out to Virgil. Know that I'm gon' beat them like the shit that I put words to. Mama and the internet, some things that I just learned through. Hit it out the park, so there's nothing to reverse to. Yeah. I can't entertain. Will you still the same? Cause I've been ready my whole life. Only see my back, I ain't turning back on her. Yeah, now I can never go reverse now.
Mana suaranya Jakarta? Selamat malam Indonesia Arena. Selamat datang survivors. My name is Conchita and alongside Yunsul will be your host for today. And welcome to the grand finals of Free Fire World Series Global Finals 2025 live in Jakarta. Coba kita cek lagi sekali lagi semangatnya. Mana fans-fans di Indonesia Arena? Hari ini bersama-sama kita akhirnya sampai di partai puncak, malam puncak, the grand final. 2 minggu yang tentunya sudah penuh dengan emosi, perjuangan, semua bermuara pada malam hari ini. Malam di mana satu tim akan menjadi juara dunia Free Fire 2025. Sekali lagi mana suaranya?
The heat in here is so crazy.
Yeah?
Not forgetting the fans tuning in every corner of the world. Show us your excitement and who you are supporting in FFWS.
And of course yang lagi di rumah juga kasih dukungan kamu di kolom komentar. Kita ramein sama-sama. Dan yang lagi di Indonesia Arena aku mau coba cari tahu ya. Paling keras kira-kira suara pendukung siapa? Mana di sini penggemarnya Falcons?
Luxo?
Kalau rajanya tuan rumah RRQ Kazuh, mana suaranya?
What about Evo Steven?
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing, keren banget kalian semua survivors.
Brazil enters with fire, the reigning champions, hunting for another title. And together with Latam, the Western teams are determined to keep the crown in the West.
And from the East, Asia's giants arrive with one mission to finally claim their very first global championship.
Thailand comes in at full strength, joined by the new era rising by Vietnam.
And of course, Indonesia. 2 home teams, 1 electrifying arena, ready to ignite the night. Jakarta, are you ready? Ini saatnya kita lihat siapa yang bisa crush all the doubts and burn the brightest.
To everyone watching this now, the greatest stage of them all, the fire burns here. This is the Free Fire World Series Global Finals 2025.
Para pemain sudah siap, penonton juga sudah siap. Without further delay, casters, take it away and good luck!
Last circle. Indonesia. Latam. Thailand. Vietnam. Brazil. Safe zone shrinks until only 12 teams stand. Now the final circle.
inspired every fleeting moment, every round played, every fraction of a second, the same zone screen.
Some regions faded away. Instead of crushing doubts, they were crushed by pressure.
Some of the strongest regions persevered under the pressure of their own expectations.
Brazil dominance, Latam trailblazing, Vietnam upsurge, Thailand's talent, and Indonesia pride have all been tested under pressure.
Soon, they'll be facing the grand finals, a stage that brings unimaginable pressure.
RRQ Kazu tops the knockout stage with 6 booyahs. The first team to fill the final circle, ready to defend as new faces of the region, while Bergram and Falcons recover from slow starts as all 3 Thai teams reach the final circle, waiting to strike. Team Solid and E1 remind us why Brazil rules the West. Every Brazilian team a contender for the crown. Movistar are 7 steps out from LATAM's shadow, finally joining the circle as their region's greatest hope. GOW, PE Sports, and Heavy fought until the end, with 3 Vietnamese teams proving consistency wins wars. And last, Eros Divine, the hometown heroes, crushed doubts to clinch the last grand final spot. 12 teams stand, 1 final safe zone until only 1 survives. Crowned as your FFWS Global Final 2025 champions.
Welcome everybody, the grand finals finally begin here at the Free Fire World Series Global Finals. Once again, it's AJ and as well as Getting Q here at the desk, welcoming all survivors from across the world. You saw what the stage looks like. You saw the energy being given from the Indonesian hometown teams.
I cannot believe the energy here in this arena. I mean, these not wait to see the action. And looks like I got it a little wrong. Visually, it looked like RRQ had more fans here. But when we had some noise being made in the arena, the fans made it very clear they are here to see EVOS wake up once again. But that's going to be the biggest question. Will EVOS wake up? After dominating EWC, after putting up such a phenomenal performance, after Rasya literally made his first ever global debut and then ran away with the trophy, they have not done much just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen them go into that dominant run that we were hoping for, the snowbally styles of run that we're so used to seeing. But at this point of time, we have to make sure that you guys, our survivors, for everyone out there, understands what is at stake and what's going on.
Format of the competition, you know what it is, baby? It's the grand finals. That means Champion Rush now enters the competition. To go in, activate Champion Rush, you need 80 points. Once you do that, you need to secure a booyah in one of the following games. The first team to achieve this condition will be crowned champion. By the end of 10 games, if we do not have a team meeting this condition, the team with the highest number of points will be crowned the champion.
We'll see how many games are actually going to happen here today. It could end fast. It could end, well, pretty long, I'm not gonna lie, but let's look at the point system right now. You know the format, but there are tiebreaker rules.
Yeah.
First, we look at the number of booyahs. Next, we look at the total eliminations. And finally, ranking in the final game. Eliminations get you 1 point, being that #1 squad in the positional side is 12 points.
Absolutely, man. And like you said, right, on the table, of course, the lion's share for the champion, 300K. But this also includes what you see down there at the bottom, Gideon.
Yep, team of the day gets 1,000. But let's not forget about the grand finals at 10,000 USD. And of course, the grand finals Predator nominated by the one player who gets the most amount of eliminations by the end of the tournament with 5,000 USD in the bag. How are they going to do it? How are we looking to set up? Don't worry, we are still following the same unique active skill. Everybody must come up with a different active skill card. You cannot double up on the same thing.
This has been one of the biggest game changers here in our esports circuit, and I dare say it is one of the best changes we have seen. But obviously, now with the new meta shift as well, I have to say, it's definitely giving the unique active skill a run for its money. But we definitely do love this adjustment being brought in. The last thing we want to see is 4 Tatsuyas, or even worse, 4 Oscars running around out there.
Now we've come to a point in Free Fire World Series where mechanics is one thing, but truly, can you express yourself when there's so many different combinations? And especially with the teams that we have out here, the ones who perform the best, have the best chemistry, have the best preparation, and a really good understanding of everybody in the lobby on top of the meta. That's so much to get done for a professional esport.
On this screen, I definitely want to highlight Jonah from Buriram. This is his 6th appearance on a Free Fire World Series global stage. An unbelievable record set. He leads everybody else, and obviously with experience comes maybe a possibility of a domination.
Yeah, I mean, talking about domination here, we're looking at some of the other teams, especially our Clash Squad winners, AG Global, dominating that side. And I'm looking at the subs, right? And I saw that even our RQ, they switched out iCal to put in 18 gear once again. So again, these subs could be the difference maker, especially if they're looking for a different style, a different slice of life to get more points.
18 Deer became famous at EWC 2024 as he played under Gaimin Gladiators. He was known as the Clutch King back then. Will he be the clutch factor this time? We will have to wait and see. And of course, the final page of players, and you see EWOS Divine. The main focus here is going to be on Russia at EWC 2025. Without this super sniper, without this wonder kid, it would have been impossible. But he has been asleep. We had a couple of conversations with him, and he promised us, Gideon, that he is back at the top, and this time he wants to conquer. I hope he keeps his word.
Hey, let's not forget about Falcons here. If we're talking about people who are sleeping right now, where are the Falcons? Where is that dominating run we've been waiting for compared to Heavy? Because when Alan has come into this squad, he's completely changed the outlook of Vietnam. Now, let's look at today's game schedule. On game number 1, we start off with Bermuda, followed up by Nextera, Alpine, Purgatory, Solara, and Kalahari. Our last 4 maps will be randomized.
My God, the OGs are gonna have a heyday out there on Bermuda. This is the one map that is just so difficult to put the pin on exactly who's going to be able to go out there and dominate. If you look at the knockout stage, E1 definitely has been absolutely impressive with what they have done here on this map. EWOS has been as well as far as points are concerned, but not Booyahs. So thankfully, it's one of the earlier ones.
Oh yeah, the fans have brought out the drums. Thank God our earphones are somewhat noise canceling, because right now the energy, oh my, wait a minute, they're pulling it over. Look, it's a support here for Free Fire.
Wow, look at that. And it's not just one, there are multiple being erected at the very same time. What did they say, man?
I think the first one that we're seeing in front of us says Conquer.
FF Indo Bersatu. That means Free Fire Indonesia United. And they are going to conquer. Well, we will see Indonesia.
Oh my goodness, yeah, dude. As much as I love having that home ground energy, that home ground expectations, it weighs heavy on the shoulders of those who have to play. Oh my God, RRQ is coming up big too.
The kingdom of RRQ is here. Long live the king. And this is the fan base of EWOS Divine. I mean, come on. What a way to set up the atmosphere for the day, Gideon.
That is beautiful. On one side, RRQ with the iconic Rex Regum Kaon, and of course, EVOS on the other, and to unite them right at the center, directly opposite of our stage, a unity of Indonesians here today.
I think this is too beautiful, and whoever who came up with this needs to have a pat on their back. I am in love looking at this, and I think we've got the best seats in the house to admire this, Gideon.
Yeah, it looks incredible. And
The pressure is everywhere. The noise, the weight. Every player feels it. Every team carries it. The higher they climb to, the heavier it burns. Every loss, every mistake, we have experienced it. And now, there's no way out, only through.
Karena di last turnamen kita posisi 2, kita pasti lakuin yang terbaik di sini untuk bisa jadi juara.
Somos el mejor equipo en la historia de Latinoamérica. Chúng tôi là một đội chân mạnh lẫn công viên cho chức vô địch tại giải đấu lần này.
ผมได้แชมป์โลกมาแล้ว2 ครั้ง แล้วก็เกือบได้มาอีก2 ครั้ง แล้วรอบนี้ผมไม่พลาดแน่
Para todos os meus haters que não me querem ver bem, aqui estou disputando meu terceiro FFWS. Se Deus quiser, vamos nos sair bem.
Karena ini tanah kita, kita bakalan jadi juara di sini.
This is not about survival anymore. Whoever that crush everything in their way will burn the brightest.
It's time to crush some doubts and burn bright out here. And by the way, Gideon, this is the first time ever we're bringing one of our global finals into Jakarta. We've been all the way into Thailand. We've been all the way into Brazil. But in Indonesia, the first time. And guess what? Indonesia has never won a Free Fire World Series global finals in the past. Maybe this is exactly what they need.
Hey.
Maybe that home ground buff will get it done.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Because at the same time, this could be foreshadowing for all intents and purposes, right? We have a little bit of time before we start getting into our flight path here. And I'm already excited to see how this is going to play out because teams had a lot of preparation times, plenty of scrims building up to this very moment. So it's not like they're walking into this game blind.
And of course, with the energy, I mean, I hope you guys can hear a little bit of the background, energy that we've got in here, the voices of the Indonesians. Well, they're going to make sure you guys hear it at the end of the day. It has to be unnerving to some of these teams out there. So the mental game, the mental fortitude needs to be really strong for these guys.
I think they have a total of 4 drums, 1 megaphone, and 24 rows of fans, all in synchronization to make sure that their voices are heard to their EVOS Divine team, who is sitting right at the edge, closest to them. With that being said, boys and girls, survivors across the world, it is time. The countdown is here, and it's time to get ready. First things off, the classic, the default, the tropical island, similar to Southeast Asia, the one that everybody knows. It's Bermuda as we start heading in to map number 1.
We go back to where it all started. It's time for Bermuda. And I hope it's time for some chaos. Flight path, please do not show any mercy. We want to see a couple of hot drops for sure. But what better hot drop than dictated by the flight path, which gives you no choice whatsoever. But no, it's going to disappoint me at the start of the day.
Hey, we got to keep it standard here, right? Let's just set the tone, set the bar for what is to be expected.
Yeah.
Look, so as you can see, hovering both over Factory and as well as Pochinok, Clock Tower being held on by E1 as Rimnam Village going to be dominated by RQ. In terms of hot drops, potential pieces of contact, wow, actually, Gao, a very wide spread by Bimasaki Strip.
Team Solid backing away. And it looks like they've managed to put enough distance between themselves and EWOS. And it looks like the jump pad comes out early as well. Launching themselves away. Heavy